We are alive. We are alive. We are kicking. We are happening. So, trying to see who's first. Wait a minute. Why is it not showing up? Like it's supposed to show up. I'm not seeing it show up. Where's the video? Wait a minute. Wait. Y'all are coming on, but I don't see it. People are coming on, but I don't see the video. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. There we go. We are kicking. We are. Let me see. Now I'm frozen. All right, here we go. All right, so Gene Coleman was first. Hey, Gene. Richard is on like real early, but doesn't have his wife. Uh, Alicia, hello. Good to see Carolyn on. Barbara is on with us. Angela Kirkland, thank you for joining us. Sarah Stevens, Liberty City's finest, Liberty County's finest. Good to see you. Sister Barbara Foster, thank you for joining us. Brother Joe Griggs is on. Good to see you. L. Griffin Kennedy, thank you for joining us. Trey, good to see you, Trey. Thank you for joining us. Gloria is on with us. And Mary Allen is in Washington State. So that's pretty cool, being in Washington State. Thank you for joining us all the way from Washington State. E. Joyce Paris is with us every single Friday night. And good to see Brother Rich Wimbush on with us, doing great work at the King Tisdale and Beach Institute as well. Thank you, sir. Good to see Pastor Cleveland Critton on. Thank you. Ethel Williams from the Highlands. Good to see you. Patricia Johnson is on. And good to see Ed Beatty. I appreciate that post. And again, Ed has said it. No hateful rules, no hateful comments. And good to see Dr. Pete Silver. Good to see you, Doc. And thank you so much for your work and helping us connect in a real, significant, meaningful way with Ghana and particularly with Accra. Thank you for that. Good to see Michelle on and Mr. Bill. Hope you're feeling better. Good to see one of my old-time mentors, Marianne Goldwire, who still looks exactly the same. I've aged and she has not. Good to see Jackie Graves on. Deanna Blige is on. Good to see Latasha. Jared on. The amazing Keywan Drayton is on. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And Patty is on with us, and I got to tell you about that. Calling from the Space Coast. Aunt Ollie is on. Good to see Mama Marsha is on. So good to see her as well. Shauna Moss has joined us. Jacqueline Stokes, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Harry Thompson, good to see you, my brother. Thank you for joining us. And Miss Marianne as well. And thank you, Miss Barbara. And thank you, Michelle. And Melissa Waters Jackson is on. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for all you do. Julia Dinkins is on. Diana, hola. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Mardell Carter is on. Always good to see her on as well. Thank you, Dr. Silva. Tia is on. Brother Keith Kimball has joined us. Good to see you, sir. Faye Law is on. And I'm sure she is practicing her next karaoke concert as well. Janice is on from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Sandra Smith is on. Alice Louise, I got it right. Alice Louise is on. And of course, the incomparable Bernice Loman, who just does it all. I was on the couch this week with Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant. I'm going to tell you all about that. Good to see. So Michelle is saying her and Mr. Bill are over COVID. So we are happy about that. Glad that you are okay. I know that COVID ain't nothing to play with, y'all. It's nothing to play with. And so, I know I'm going to probably say some stuff that's going to upset some folk, but it's okay. Good to see Linda James on. And now we found Joya Dinkins. Thank you for joining us. He should have waited till you were ready before he got on, but who am I to be in y'all business, right? um, Gloria Wells is on with us as well, and Patricia Johnson, and always Monir from Ruin Thai. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And Margie, good evening to you. And I thank you, Miss Barbara Dolores. We appreciate it, and we're so glad that all of you are here on this Friday night. We are one. We are. Good to see Barbara Kaufman on with us. Always good to see her join us as well. And it's been one of these busy weeks. It's been like one of those crazy weeks. And so we got a lot to talk about here on Friday Night Live. Glad to have you. Kathy is on with us. Good to see Zerek Samples on. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. It's just a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. So stuff happening in the world's greatest city. And then, of course, stuff that happened over the week. Good to see Dr. Patricia West. I am glad that you got your yard sign. We had run out. We have our signs been stolen and all that stuff, and it's like, okay, fine. You want to steal them, but we're putting them back. So, so if you want a yard sign and you live in Savannah, you want a yard sign, you could pick them up from our office, or give us your address and we'll get one to you and put one in your yard. Good to see Crystal Kaufman has joined us. Wow. Miss Barbara, you see the child joined us, so good to see her. Good to see Adrian Martin from Jacksonville, Florida. I hope you're doing well, ma'am. The boss lady from Jacksonville, Camila, has joined us. Hello. Thank you for joining us as well. So glad to have you on. Lily Reddick has joined us. And good to see Joe Marinelli on. And yes, sir, hopefully it was a good result. And we have to make it happen. So thank you. You're very welcome. Andre, good to see you. Yes, we will never forget the quality of life of residents. You are neighborhoods, and Savannah is neighborhoods, and we're going to continue to work towards that and make sure that we balance all the wonderful things people visit us for, but also make sure it's a great place to live. Faye Law, you'll stop by on Tuesday. I'll make sure to send you the office hours. Tam Reeds is on. Everybody is like loving Tam Reeds, and so Tam, I want you to breathe. We're all safe. Everybody's good. Woosah. All right. Good to see Patricia on. Dr. Williams, if you would, I think it's 1510 Drayton Street, 1510 Drayton Street is our office address. Good to see Reverend Thurman Neal Tillman, pastor of the First African Baptist Church, the oldest congregation, African American congregation in North America. Good to see you, sir. Alma Michael, good to see you, ma'am. Linda White is on. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, so happy that you're here. And sorry I was running a little bit late. Happy homecoming to the Savannah High Blue Jackets. And yes, it's homecoming for the blue and the white. And so, of course, they are having a time this weekend as Blue Jackets from near and far return to the Hive to celebrate homecoming. And y'all know, as much as I love y'all, and y'all know I love you, but I got something to do at 9 o'clock. So if the turn up ain't turned up by 9 o'clock, I'm out. So y'all knew. Y'all knew. So I'm getting texts talking about where I'm at. Y'all know where I'm at. Y'all know where I'm at. And y'all text me, where you at? Where you at? I'm on Friday Night Live. I have a standing date on Friday Night Live. Good to see the Honorable Linda Wilder Bryan from District 3 of the Savannah City Council. Always good to see you on as well. And she's a Blue Jacket as well. See, so she's with us as well. So anyway, time to get to it. If it's Friday, it's Friday night. Friday night. And you know what happens on Friday night? It is Friday Night Live. We are so glad that you are with us. Kwanzaa Austin, who I ran into, good to see you. I appreciate you. And good to see Delandria Smith. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you joining us this evening as well. Thank you. And First Lady Tillman, and wow, Monica Thornton of Georgia Public Broadcasting. The Monica Thornton has joined us, and so we just bow. We just bow, and we just let you saunter in and look around, and then you go on back. So all right, so y'all do this shout out. So Linda went to Savannah High, and Patricia, class of '77. Linda, what year you were in? Debbie Williams Walker is on, and yes, we are wishing Mr. and Mrs. Williams a happy 60th wedding anniversary, and they had a wonderful dinner, and so happy anniversary to them. Is it Zakisha? Grant, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Antoinette is on with us as well. Latasha is the class of '92. Good to see Miss Loretta Allen on with us. Lita is on with us. Good to see you, Lita, as well. Good to Tam went there and graduated from Savannah High in 1979. And of course, Alfonso Ribot is on with us. He is the president of the Savannah Metropolitan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Tomorrow they are having a big parade in downtown Savannah, and I have been blessed to be asked to be one of the grand marshals for this parade. Thank you so much. Hispanic Heritage Month starts today, and it's a whole month, and so come on out to the parade. Come on out afterwards to down to Eastern Wharf. Savannah's big enough for everybody, and I promised everybody was going to be at the table, and so everybody. And Savannah is big enough for everybody, and everybody can call Savannah home. So we are so happy for our Hispanic brothers and sisters, our Hispanic Savannahans, our Savannahans that some might talk a different language. We love them. We appreciate them. We support them. And there's room at the table for them. So we're glad. And I'm going to be looking forward to celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with the parade and some good music and some good food and beautiful women and all those things that are Hispanic Heritage Month. So, and Laura Renee Smith has joined us from Pennsylvania. Wow. And your mom's 80th celebration is this weekend, and you didn't tell me? What's up with that, Laura? I didn't know your mom was 80, but you didn't tell me that your mom was that. So, Linda Wilder Bryan was homecoming queen, class of '76. Hey, man, look, Twinkie. Now, y'all, just do me a favor. I want y'all to do me a favor. You see Andrea Reed Clark on here? Now, I'm not going to get into her business, but I just want you to do me a favor and click on her and just give her love. She needs love right now from you, okay? So I want you to find Andrea Reed Clark, and I want you just to click on there and just give her some love. And she knows why, and I know why, and I am so happy to see you on. Don't give her no thumbs up. Give her love. Give her love. I want you to don't give her thumbs up. Give her love. Give her love. Pinky, you getting some love right here. We're giving you love. I am so happy to see you, and I'm glad that you're doing better. Linda, I don't know where it is. No, the parade is in one spot, but I don't know, Alfonso, where is it going to be? So let me know where it's going to be. Good to see you, Mr. Allen Wright. Thank you for joining us. And, well, Laura, you're not throwing a party. I could have been your +1. I don't want to hear that. And so I could have rolled up in there with you. But it's all right. It's all right. I'm going to get Debbie Williams Walker. We're going to crash your mom's 80th party. How about that? Ain't nothing you're going to do about it either. All right. Jacqueline Grant is on. And yes, Andrea Clark, thank you. I'm giving you some love again. Coach Cassell Bell is on. And her birthday was this week. So we are wishing Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. She is on, and I know she is on the road somewhere with Rains High School. Y'all in Daytona or something tonight, right? So thank you and happy birthday to Cassell Bell as well. And I know you're used to being a single lady, Laura, but you didn't have to be a single lady. Everybody was loving you in high school, and you didn't want to give nobody no play. That's what the truth was. Yeah, so. Are y'all winning? Are you winning, Coach? All right, good to see Bernice Bassett from King County, Washington. Good to see Alvernia Jackson on. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us as well. All right, so the parade is at Jefferson and Broughton through Broughton and Price starts at 9:30. Jefferson and Broughton Street is where the parade is going to be. Good to see Barbara Pinckney on as well. And so you know what we do on Fridays. I want you to like the page. I want you to share the page. Can you do me a favor? If you have not liked the page, like the page, share this page. We're not selfish with our love. We're not hiding nothing. We are often imitated. We're never duplicated. Never duplicated. Oh, what am I drinking? I'm drinking this Waterloo, this sparkling water. It's actually really, really good. So it gives you kind of like the bubbly kick without the water. It says 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 calories. So that's what it says, 0 calories. So that's what it says. But it got down. It got down there. So anyway, so go ahead, like the page, share the page. Of course, as we always do every single week, to our girl Tara, we always Tara strong, y'all, right? Let's go ahead and show some love for our girl Tara. Showing love for Tara. Let's show some love for Tara. And we have to get Tara back on here. Wow, Coach, y'all are not winning? You know, you don't play that. You better go and talk to them boys. They were supposed to win for you, Coach. Linda Kelly is on from Reno. Good to see her as well. And so, you know, we give love to Tara. And so we'll go ahead and do that. And yes, Molly. I see, Molly, I didn't even know you were on. But see, I've been drinking water. I'm trying to do better. I went today and I had my physical. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. They took blood out of this arm and out of that arm and everything. So good to see Catherine Grant. Thank you for joining us as well. Dolores Simmons has joined us. Thank you. Good. The information is on here. Alfonso put it on here about the parade tomorrow. Hope you will come out. The weather's going to be good. And come and let's get some Hispanic heritage into us. All right? And this week, what happened this week? This week, we are at week number 182. Week 182. Every single Friday night for 182 weeks, for 1,274 days, for 3 years and 5 months, for 41 months, every single Friday night, we have gotten together. No matter where I am, no matter where you are, this love thing, we are still together. Thank you. I am so encouraged by just us hanging out, being together, and celebrating each other. And I appreciate all of you for week number 182. We don't know how long it'll last, but we know it's lasted 182 weeks. And that's right. We can't stop, won't stop. Good to see Paula Evans on with us. Thank you. This week, we celebrated Savannah Day, right? And so we were very happy to celebrate Savannah Day on when? 9/12, right? 9/12. We celebrated Savannah Day. And so people did a bunch of things, and we're going to do some more things to help celebrate the world's greatest city, 912, our area code. We celebrate Savannah's Day, and next year is going to be bigger and better. We also celebrated, thank you, Miss Patty, I appreciate you. We celebrated the start of the Give Change That Counts campaign with the Chatham Savannah Authority for the Homeless. And really what this is really a way to help curb panhandling. We have a lot of people panhandling in the street. And so, believe it or not, a lot of people, wow, good to see First Lady Brenda Baker on from the city of Waltowerville, Georgia. Good to see you, ma'am. But the thing about it is, we do have a City of Savannah flag. But, the goal of this is that, people panhandle, and everybody panhandling is not homeless. Some people make really, really good money panhandling. And I know them, I see them, and after a while, you know how they living, and okay, so Miss LaWanda Tillman is here, so we can now begin. Welcome to Friday Night Live. But the Give Change Accounts is to help us to support day centers, where they're wonderful places where they have heat in the winter, they have air conditioning in the summer. People who are homeless or experiencing homelessness, they can come and they can be in electricity, they can be in air, climate control places, they can have food, electricity, all of those things. And so rather than panhandle, if we take away the panhandling, then people will stop panhandling. So this has been something that we've been able to do. And again, we want to treat people like with dignity. We don't think people should be sitting on the street with their hand out. People should have a place to go and get the things that they need, be it a shower, be it counseling, be it wraparound services, be it mental health, be it medication, be it a phone to contact family. We want to treat people with dignity. So that's what we're doing through our day center. So it's called Give Change That Counts, and I will post that information if you want to help support our day centers. Also, here's the commercials. Go ahead and like the page. Y'all know the journey that I'm on, and I am so glad that the journey will soon be over one way or another. Last night, our council meeting lasted 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. And so it was a long one. It shouldn't have been as long, but it was. And so you can see it for yourself. But that's what the deal is. So also, as you know, it is $5 Friday. I'm asking you to put 5 on it. Put 5 on it. As you know, I am serious about this thing, and I am going hard for Savannah. I want to make sure that there is no doubt on November 7th that what the result is. And so I want to do the things that it's going to take to be able to dominate. And so I need your help in doing that. So please consider putting 5 on it. If you don't have it or don't want to do it, it's fine. We still love you. No big deal. But if you want to go ahead and contribute, it's just $5 Friday. If you want to do more, we would love to have it. But please consider investing in our efforts here. So put 5 on it. Help me in this campaign. And again, hopefully we'll be finished before too long. Good to see the Honorable Gabrielle D. Nelson from the Port Wentworth City Council. She's on with us. Good to see you, Councilwoman. Hope you're doing well. Happy you had a good week. And of course, Dr. Bay, our resident physician, is on with us. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're not working too hard and hope you are taking care of yourself. Mama Charlotte has joined us. Good to see you, Mama. Hope you're doing well. And I know that child tried to keep you from getting on tonight, but you see, she tried to keep you, but you got on, so we appreciate that as well. So a lot of things to talk about. So we had a 5-hour council meeting, but again, some great things happening in the city of Savannah. Again, we were able to work out a deal, and I keep talking about this because this is so unique, with the Georgia Ports Authority, in which we are able and will be able to get $6 million a year, or $6 million over the next 8 years. So it's about $750,000 a year for the next 6 years, a total of $6 million to be able to help people with housing, particularly in the areas that are closest to the ports. And so this is equity, this is community benefits in definition. Georgia Ports Authority is a state entity. They don't have to give us a thing. Yet we were able to work with them and certainly convince them of the need that, housing is important for everybody. And so I'm grateful to the ports for doing it. I am grateful that, every year we'll be able to help people in some of our West Side communities to be able to fix up their homes, and for new homeowners to be able to live in those communities. That is an anti-gentrification tool, and so I'm happy for it. I'm disappointed some members of my council, wanted to be rated. I mean, when people, when you work with people and they do something nice, you say thank you. You don't say that's not enough. They don't have to give us anything. They didn't have to collaborate with us. And the fact is that that's what collaboration is all about. And so we're working with some other entities, and we're hoping for like-minded results. But we are grateful that we were able to work that out. This was about a 2-year effort, and again, $6 million from a port that makes billions but doesn't have to give us anything. Again, I think that is a good thing. And so I'm grateful for it, and a lot of people are going to be helped. The other thing that was big that happened yesterday, thank you, Ms. Patricia, thank you, Ms. Mardell, was that some of you that are from Savannah might remember the Kaya House. Dr. Virginia Kaya, who was an artist par excellence and an instructor at Savannah State University. She her home was in the Collar Brownville neighborhood, and it was part home, part museum. She died and went into disrepair. Well, guess who owns it now? The city of Savannah. And we work with the Historic Savannah Foundation to be able to acquire that house, to renovate it. We're going to restore it, and it's going to be a museum once again. Huge for us, because it's a significant property. It is a large property, but the fact of the matter is we're going to be able to use this for city-related cultural purposes, and so restoring and maintaining the Kaya House was really, really important to us. And again, great news, and happy our city manager and Team Savannah, and we've been working on this for quite a minute. I'm glad we were able to get it done. So yay, 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 yay. Yesterday also we were able to appropriate or to designate a place on Hopkins Street as Coach Ronald Booker Way. Coach Ronald Booker is a legendary coach of the Beach High School Lady Bulldogs. He led them to several regional titles, I think 19 or 20 regional titles, and to one state championship. So he is a beach icon. He has mentored thousands of young student athletes, and so we will be designating that street to him. So again, great news, great work, great things happening in the world's greatest city. And we also were able yesterday, we've been trying to expand public transportation. There are 4 things that stop people from being self-sufficient. There are 4 things. The first is housing. You can't be self-sufficient if you don't have housing. The second is childcare. If you have children, that's an issue. And if you don't have childcare, reliable childcare for your children, then that limits your employment choices. Housing childcare, employment, and then transportation. Transportation is also very, very important. And so we have expanded the CAT bus service, the DOT shuttle, to some of the West Side neighborhoods. According to the census, this is some of um, our less affluent areas. The DOT shuttle we use downtown as a people mover to try to get people to park rather than drive in their cars, which would allow us to be able to maintain parking spaces. So we use it as a people mover, but we've expanded that to the areas of Carver Village and Cloverdale, again, as an opportunity to help people to get to where they need to be. And this is free. This is free, fare free. We've extended it down to the Thomas Square neighborhood. We're hoping soon to expand it east. Again, we don't want that someone cannot get to where the jobs are because they don't have a place to go. So I'm grateful for Faye Damasio and Chatham Area Transit. Of course, our city manager, Team Savannah. We're helping to move people. So just in some of those neighborhoods we've been working in, we've addressed issues of housing and transportation. Now we have to move on to try to find viable child care options for people. Debbie Williams Walker says, can the funds from the ports be used to help people clear up titles and resolve air problems or pay back taxes? The answer is probably no. We've really resorted to home repair and to first-time home buyers. Title issues are a different animal. And oftentimes the issue with title issues is not money. The issue is finding everybody and getting everybody to sign, or paying back taxes. I mean, maybe if it just depends. It just depends. But ideally the issues are for issues of home repair and issues of first-time home buyers. So, thank you, Ms. Charlotte. I appreciate it. Vanessa's on with us. And Elise, thank you. Good to see you. What is the operational time for the DOT? I do not know, but I will find out right quick because that's what I do. This is kind of what I do, and so my job is to help you to know, and so here we are. Maps and schedules. So I'm going to just post this in the chat so you will have it and you can look it up. So you will have it. There it is. So Buddy in the city. Buddy has joined us. Wow, good to see Buddy on. I saw Buddy today, and Buddy is actually in the United States of America this week. So it's always good to see Buddy. We're on. Linda James, our good friend and dedicated community servant, she is on, and always good to see her on. Always good to see her out in the community as well. So I wanted to talk about that. What else I wanted to talk about? A lot of good news. Oh, let's want to say want to wish a very happy New Year to all of my Jewish brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors and Savannaians. On this day for you, it is Jewish New Year, and so we know that is Rosh Hashanah, and so we want to say Lashana Tova, which is the appropriate greeting, and we just wish all of our Jewish friends a good and sweet New Year. Now, if they are observing Sabbath, they don't see this right now, but for those that are not observing Sabbath, we wish that to you. So, Shauna Kennedy has joined us as well, and Alice, right, there is a program already. This money is going for specific neighborhoods on the west side of Savannah. So we already have a program that helps people. This is just supercharging some of our low-income neighborhoods as well. So we do a home repair program, and so I'll go ahead and give you that too. So if you live in the city of Savannah, so we give you that home repair assistance, and we do grants and loans to help eligible homeowners, and so we're happy about that because we're able to help people, and we want to help people, and so that's what we do. So let me give that to you, so you will have it. It provides small home repair grants to homeowners that own their home. And so you can purchase materials installed by volunteers. We replace roofs, exterior surface repair and painting, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. We correct code violations, typically between $1,000 and $10,000. There are home income restrictions, and so I will give you this information and I will drop it in the chat so you will have it. You drop it in the chat. There we go. So we have that information there as well. It didn't go through. There it is. Hey, Paul. Hey, I hadn't seen you in a while, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Shauna Kennedy on as well. Mardell, I only have I have a flag. Give me a call about the flag and let's talk. All right. They do, Paul. They do some windows, depending on what it is. The goal is to basically focusing to resolve one or two exterior system repairs. It's not an extensive home remodeling. It's not a whole house renovation. The house has to be habitable when they finish with it. So, but here you can check it out. Okay. All right. So, I want to talk about that. And so again, to our Jewish neighbors and friends, again, we want to wish you a happy Rosh Hashanah, and this is an opportunity to really celebrate the new year, but it starts like a 10-day festival period that will end in the highest holy day, which is Yom Kippur, which is in 10 days. So it's the first of the Jewish high holy days, and so again, we just want to send love. Again, we can celebrate everybody. We can celebrate our Hispanic folks on Hispanic Heritage Month. We can celebrate Rosh Hashanah with our Jewish friends and neighbors. That's what makes Savannah what Savannah is. At the end of the day, there's room for everybody at Savannah's table. Everybody. So Shauna has an upper respiratory infection, so I'm hoping you're taking care of yourself, young lady. Good to see you. Hey, Janet, I finally got my heart. Good to see you, Janet. Glad you're with us. So I think that's what all I wanted to talk about. A lot of things happening. So anybody know the score of the Savannah High game? Again, I had to leave because I could not stay. Doris wants to know, who did I speak with about the project with the ports? We signed it with the executive director, Griff Lynch is the executive director of the ports. Now, this is a city, the money is being given to the city of Savannah through the CHSA and Housing Savannah. So that's the situation. So the money is given to us, and we're operating that program, Doris. So, so we have the parade, busy weekend. The Irish Gala is tomorrow as well. Savannah State has its first home game tomorrow. So, I'm going to be all over the place. All right. Good to see our mother, Sadie Campbell, on 99. years old. And y'all know we just give her love just because she's here. We are so happy to see Mother Sadie Campbell. Thank you always for joining us. Thank you always for being so encouraging to us. And you know we love you immensely.
We are alive.
We love you immensely. So, Sabrina, Wright is on. Good to see you. Thank you so much. So, I think that's all I had to talk about. And again, oh, hey, Sandra Wilson, thank you for joining us. And of course, you know it is $5 Friday. And my question is, will you have 5 on it this weekend? This is an opportunity for you to be a part. And so $5 is an opportunity for us. Again, I'm serious about this campaign. I'm serious about Savannah, and I go hard. I don't know how to go half. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it at all. I'm going to do it well, or I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it intense, or I'm not going to do it at all. And so for Savannah, I am going to go hard. Hard. I'm not taking anybody or anything for granted. And so I am turning over every stone over, visiting all neighborhoods, telling the story of this resilient, beautiful city that we love called Savannah. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. Do we have challenges? Of course we do. But when we work together, we stand together, we pray together, we love on each other, we've found that we can build community and we can help make things happen. And I will submit to you that this city is better now than it is 4 years ago. And do I say it's because of me? No, it's because I allowed myself to be used by. That's it. I'm just a vessel. I didn't come to be a savior. I came to be a servant, and I've come to serve. And that's all I do. I ain't in this for me. Believe me, I'm not. You don't get rich doing this. And for those of you who know the hours that go into doing this is a part-time job. Part-time job. I was making much more when I was in human resources at Chatham County. But I care enough about Savannah that this is what I do. And people will tell you every day, all day, it's about Savannah. Be it here in the city of Savannah, be it in the state of Georgia, be it across the nation, be it internationally. When I go, I take Savannah with me. And so that's just the deal, and that's just where we are. And so I just thank you all for that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got back on my soapbox. I said I wasn't going to get on my soapbox today. But what questions you have? Doris wants to know, when am I going to bring you to the table with the leaf in it? The table started off with the leaf in it. From day one, from January 1st, 2020, the table was established with the leaf in it. And I don't know whether you were on or whether you just got on, but issues like $6 million from people of neighborhoods that have been left out the equation, about expanding bus service around the community, about a $15 minimum wage for city employees. I can go on. About a brand new gym in the West Savannah neighborhood, or what about a brand new community center? I mean, are those things? What about the money for Tribble Park over on the south side and creating affordable housing here? We started off with the table. How about creating seats for people who are Hispanic and people who are incarcerated? We didn't talk about those who are LGBTQ and creating seats for those of Hispanic, Asian, African descent. We didn't talk about the making sure that black businesses get a bigger slice of Savannah's pie. The table started off with a leaf in it. I don't have to bring you the table, Doris. The table is already there. The table has already been set. And people are at this table and eating. Because of our Savannah First initiative, we've spent more money locally on local businesses than has ever been spent in Savannah's 290-year history. Doris, the table has already been set. I didn't have to pull apart it. The table was created with the leaf in it because everybody needs to feel that Savannah is a part of them. I can go further. I could talk about the people that we gave training for them to get free forklift training, or those who we have sent for training to get child development associate certificates. I could talk about those we've sent to be able to learn how to use culinary skills in this hospitality industry. Doris, I'll tell you, the table has been set with a leaf in it from the beginning. The difference why you may not see is because we put a tablecloth over it so that it looks good for everybody sitting at the table. That's what this city is all about. And that's what this city has been about. Making sure that we are able to make sure that people in Savannah have the things that they need. Does it happen overnight? No, it doesn't happen overnight because it didn't take us overnight to get there. But I will tell you a whole lot of things that this city is more accessible than it has ever been. Why do you think I get on there 182 weeks? You thought I was going to have a meeting with you talking with us about other issues, about how to help have a meeting with who? We are helping our children in all communities. As a matter of fact, I submit to you, we spend more money on recreation and leisure and athletic facilities than we have ever spent in this city's history. I don't know where you were, Doris, but we do. That was what Recreation Reimagined was all about. Really making sure we had hands on deck, particularly this summer, that we had almost every city department in some way engaged in keeping young people engaged and occupied and off the streets this summer. We've engaged more young people than we ever have engaged before. And we've asked the houses of faith to be able to do the same thing. So I mean, we've done that. We've done that. And more importantly, we have put our money where our mouth is. So I don't know what meeting you're talking about, but I've been here every single Friday night for the last 182 weeks. Matter of fact, every year I've done about 50 press conferences, and I'll tell you that between me and members of City Council, we go to community meetings, and that's where we talk to the community in community meetings. So that's what we do. Yesterday, we swore in 30 members of the Savannah Youth Council. These are 8th graders that we're going to have and hold and protect and nurture and learn over the next 9 months to learn about government. We have the Savannah Youth Ambassadors, which are high school kids, again, that we're nurturing and teaching about government. Over this summer, we had Camp Ignite, which was a fire department program aimed for young girls ages 13 to 21. And we had over 20 young girls engaged in that program. So we're helping all of our children in all of our communities. If you go to our neighborhood centers, Linda Wilder Bryan's on there, go by the park and see how we're engaging young people. We have a cultural arts center that is made just for young people, in which we're doing dance and cultural arts classes, being able to engage young people. We know that all young people are not going to do athletics, but if we do athletics, we have the PALS program. The PALS program are police officers that take their time and their effort to be able to work with young people in the community. Why? So that they don't call them police officer, they call them coach. And they build a relationship and a rapport with our police department. So, I mean, we've been here, Doris. We've been here, we've been meeting, we've been engaging, and so we help all of our children in all of our communities because all of our kids are not the same. All of our kids have different needs. And so we've been here. So, didn't mean to get on a soapbox, but, you know, you went there, so, and certainly you know how to reach me. You know how to reach me, you know where I am. So, but anyway. And our taxes are low, our millage rate is the lowest it has been in 35 years. So we're doing more with less. We're doing at 12.20 mils. The city tax rate is the lowest it's been in 35 years, even though the prices of everything continues to go up. So, Debbie, I do not know anything about that, about you dumping your trash. No, you should. No, dump your stuff in Chatham County. No, you live in Chatham County. Dump your trash and bulk items in Chatham County where you live. And you know I love you, Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker. You know I love you. But, had to make sure anyway. Just wanted to know. So, anyway. Hey, Lane, I hope you're doing well. Lane, the reason why it's not AI, I think what happens is I'm looking at it, and so I'm a little ahead of you, so it translates it before it gets to you. Doris, what about the West Side of Savannah? Doris, that's what I've been talking about. The $6 million that we're receiving from the Georgia Ports Authority is exclusively for West Side neighborhoods. The $750,000 a year is exclusively for Woodville, Hudson Hill, West Savannah, Brickyard, Carver Village, Cloverdale, Tremont Park, Ogeechiton, and Collar Brownsville. Exclusively for those areas. Well, the CAT transportation has been extended to Cloverdale and Carver Village on the west side. Well, the money that we got from the Galvin Foundation, the $1 million for the Savannah Affordable Housing Fund, that $1 million was going exclusively to Collar Brownsville. And they're building on 18 lots to create affordable housing. That is the west side, Doris. That's the west side. Do I need to continue? So you're talking about millions of dollars of economic investment in areas that we have not done them as well before. Because now we have a council that understands that, equity means you have to bring people up too. So I don't know why you don't see it, but it's happening. As a matter of fact, when I was alderman, that's why I made sure the Central Police Precinct went on the west side of Savannah. And it went right on MLK to be able to create those opportunities for people to have a police department. And all now up and down MLK, now there are businesses coming in because there's a police precinct there. So, I'm just saying. I mean, we're here. We're here. Hey, Stoney! Good to see my beautiful niece on that I didn't see when I was in New York last week, but, I'll get over it. Good to see Patricia Britt on. Good to see you, ma'am. Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well from Cleveland, Ohio. Younger children, 5 years and older. So we really don't program for kids 5 years. We really program for younger kids, but not as young as 5. And so, the Board of Education has those programs. The city of Savannah does it. I mean, there are child care centers. There's education. The Board of Education now has an Acorn Center for pre-K. And we're trying to do an early learning center on the east side, which is going to be a state-of-the-art center to be able to create opportunities for those younger kids. So, and then churches have a role to play, and certainly your church can play a role in that as well. We all have a role to play. The city of Savannah should not be the be-all, end-all for everybody. What the city of Savannah should be is a convener to help people to be able to do better. The community means all of us working together. And so we all have our roles to play. And I want to make sure that the city of Savannah plays its role as it relates to that. So, I know hopefully your church is engaged in doing some of that work. But, the city of Savannah is not going to, can't do it all by ourselves. there is still a demand that we continue to keep taxes low. But I will tell you that we've improved our recreational facilities and our parks. We've created splash pads. We've replaced playground equipment for young kids to be able to play on. And so, again, there is responsibility also from the community, responsibility also from houses of faith to help provide for some of those needs. But as far as what we're responsible for, what the city is responsible for, we're going to do that. So, hope I answered your question. And I didn't mean to get on the soapbox, but when people kind of allude to the fact that nothing is happening, I've lived this for the last 4 years, and this has been done during the pandemic, while the pandemic is going on. We've been able to do some things, and I think more importantly, we have to make sure that their parents are making money. And so we've supported things like tourism. Why? Because tourism employs a bunch of people, and we want to make sure that mommy and daddy can work. And right now we have more jobs than people. We have the Hyundai plant coming in. We're engaging in job training for the Hyundai plant because that pays good wages. And so we want people to be able and eligible to take those jobs. So, we're here. The city of Savannah, I'm proud to say we're locked in and we're engaged. We're engaged. And we're not going to complain about stuff. We support. I see Molly Lieberman on. Molly Lieberman is with Loop It Up Savannah. Molly is like the kid whisperer. These little kids love her. Molly shows up and the kids, you think they saw Beyonce. Molly! Miss Molly! Miss Molly! And Molly does work in the schools working with this age group. And the city of Savannah supports Loop It Up because Loop It Up does the work. And so and I support Loop It Up because they're in there doing the work. And now they've done some amazing things with mindfulness with very young kids. And so we appreciate Loop It Up and Molly and Mama Marsha for the work that they do. And we help to support that work as well. So Mr. Landry wants to know about the gun legislation. All right, so I'm getting ready to get into trouble. But since she asked me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go there. And she's going to get me in trouble, but I'm going to go there. So I'm proposing legislation through the city of Savannah that will do a couple of things. We know that, let me go back to it. Wait a minute. Look at one thing. Make sure I got my figures right. We know that, wait a minute. That we have a problem with guns in this community. We know that. We know that a lot of these guns are guns that have been legally appropriated but have been converted to an illegal use. That people who should not have guns have ended up with guns. And we know that that creates a problem for our community. And looking at the data, because you need to be data-led, we have realized that as of September the 2nd, there have been 176 guns stolen out of vehicles. 176 guns stolen out of vehicles. 82% of that 176 were from cars that were unlocked. So basically, you put a sign on the car saying, I have a gun in here, please come and steal me. An unlocked car. And 90% of the guns stolen from cars in 2022 and 2021 were taken from unlocked automobiles. we know that those guns, once stolen, end up in crime scenes across the city and across the nation. So, although we have taken, and I've taken, as far as I'm concerned, a zero tolerance when it relates to trigger pullers. If
Thank you always.
if you want to pull a gun in this community or pull the trigger of a gun in this community, I want you to do time. I mean, again, I'm for restorative justice, I'm for diversion, I'm for all those things. But if you choose to be a trigger puller in this community, I don't care whose child you are, you need to go away for a very long period of time. And that is why we hired a U.S. Attorney to work specifically on crimes that rise to the federal level. So one end of it is making sure that people who are engaged in that, hey, Miss Julia Carter is on. Let me give Miss Julia Carter some love right quick. So we're dealing with that on the enforcement side, but there's also this crime of opportunity called stealing guns from unlocked cars. And so what I propose to do is to create an ordinance that does two things. One, if you left your gun in an unlocked car, we're going to hold you responsible. That is irresponsible. It is as irresponsible as leaving a baby in a car unattended. It's irresponsible. The gun is a trust. And if the gun is not on you and it's in your car, then why do you have it? Now, if you've taken sufficient steps to secure your gun, that's something totally different. But 90% of the guns stolen in 2021 and 2022 were from unlocked vehicles, and we know where they are. They're underneath the seat, they're in between the seat and the door, they're between the seat and the center console, they're in the center console, they're not secured. And so that irresponsibility has led to guns being on our streets. The second thing is that I think, that you have a responsibility that if your gun is stolen, you need to report it. We need to know that your gun is stolen so we know what we're looking for. And so all I'm saying is be responsible. And some people, well, you're trying to take away our guns. I ain't trying to take away our guns. I'm telling you to keep your guns. I ain't taking away your guns. The people are stealing your guns from your unlocked car. Lock your car. In the same time, you can be mad at me for trying to take away your gun, then just take the gun with you. Or don't put it in your car at all. And so I believe that if we're able to get this number down, the 150 guns that have been stolen from unlocked cars, if we're able to get that number down, then there's less guns on our street. And perhaps if there are less guns on our street, perhaps maybe there'll be less shootings on our street. And so I'm pushing forth with this, and hopefully council will adopt it. And people who want to be mad about it, but lock your car up. So, the state prohibits the things that we can do as it relates to guns, but we could do this. And if someone wants to fight that, then they can go ahead and fight it. Oh, I got another message. It's that time. $5 Friday, get 5 on it. I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, I got guns. And I have my gun on me. But I'm not going to leave my gun unsecured. Like you wouldn't leave your gun in your house unsecured. Hopefully not. Because people can get to it. And so, get you a safe and put it in your trunk. And lock the safe up and lock it. There are many, many products by which you're able to go ahead and secure your weapon so that the weapon is not stolen. All I'm saying is be responsible. I mean, you can have as many guns as you want to have. But I just think that there should be a level of responsibility that comes with the gun. And I'm asking people to allow us to hold those accountable who are irresponsible. And so for those who lock guns up in your car and all that kind of stuff, and you do all those things, then we have no issue with you. But obviously there's 150 people who didn't do the right thing. And that means there's 150 guns that are out on this street right now. 150 opportunities for people to be shot. 150. And I'm going to do all I can do under the law to make sure it doesn't happen. And if you want to talk to a judge and explain to a judge why you were responsible, then you go ahead and do it. And we'll let a trier of fact determine one way or another how that happens. And Anthony, don't come on here with your foolishness today. We don't have time for it. You know, I met somebody who knows you last night, Anthony, and they say you're really not as you appear to be. He says you're pretty smart and served in the military and everything. You know, you're not riling me, Anthony. I mean, I'm actually quite amused by it. So, you know, get yourself a life and find you something worthwhile to do, because this is life's work, and so you can't get in the middle of life's work. So, anyway, any questions? Anything I can answer? I've been on the soapbox today. You sure this doesn't have? It says 0 calories, 0 sugar. You sure it doesn't have calories and sugar in it? Because I'm a little bit on fire tonight. Linda, it must have been that 5-hour meeting we had last night. Got me on 10. I'm been hype about everything tonight. But anyway, any questions, anything I can answer? Of course, we love having you. And of course, tomorrow we would love to see you at the Hispanic Day Parade tomorrow. I am the Grand Marshal, or a Grand Marshal in the parade. So honored to have been considered. I can't charge anybody. Well, watch me. Watch me, Rob. Watch me. Watch me. Or matter of fact, dare me, and then you don't do it, and let your gun be stolen, and let's see what happens. And I tell you, keep cussing, you're going to be blocked. How about that, partner? So, and you still worry about why you're here watching. So, watch me. Better yet, take me to court. Let's see what happens. You don't want none of this, Rob. Anyway. Bam, woosah, 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 woosah. Any other questions? God is good and worthy to be praised. Amen. That's right. Mexican, thank you, Lane. Mexican Independence Day is tomorrow, September 16th. And let's show some love. Lane Madison is actually a really cool dude that I know. And so I want to y'all show some love to Lane and Rob. You've been asking about to resign. That ain't happening, partner. I ain't doing that. Now, I don't get reelected. But you think I'm resigning because you say resign? Not happening. You need to do something else, Rob, with your time. You know, and take your whacked views and your draconian attitude somewhere else. So, I'm just saying. We just woosah, 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 woosah. I'm woosahing today. I'm woosahing. So, any other questions? Anything else we could deal with? So, I'm trying and see. I hated that now I got to have Linda sit here and make me sound something. But anyway. Oh, that's right. Now Tam, have at it. I'm off. I'm off. I'm gonna leave that alone. But y'all show some love to Lane Madison, Lane Madison, cool dude. And he's one of our ruthless, challenge sometimes, but good persons anyway. well, Rob, you want to run against me? You can. And you can take your racist views and take them somewhere else. So, but we'll find out on November the 7th if I'm the sorriest mayor in a long time. But you're welcome to run too. You know, why are you even here? You know, how many seats you want? Because Tam Tam's going to give you a chair. So, anyway, I love you, Mr. Bill and Miss Michelle. And thank you, Diana and Luana Tillman. Yeah, I mean, you done woke up Tam Tam. Tam Tam was probably sitting at the table, probably dozing off and stuff. And now you done woke her up. And so it's on. Lynn, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, again, I mean, you know, I ain't trying to be loved by everybody. But since Rob, people like Rob, you know, don't have any other ideas, you know, he don't have any other ideas. And, you know, his brand of policing might have been a little different than what we expect now. So, hey, Natasha, good to see you. The kid is doing all right. But anyway, thank you, Miss Molly. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Dr. Priscilla. See, now you even got Dr. Silva. Now, Dr. Silva, Dr. Silva, Dr. Silva be using big words you got to look up. You don't want none of that, Rob. You better back up. I love you too, Stoney. I love Stoney. I love my niece, Stoney. So, anyway, God bless you all. We are Savannah Strong, and we're a great city because we let people like Rob live among us. You know, you don't have to agree with us. It's okay. But the reality is at the end of the day, we have to try to keep people together. So, yeah. I mean, Rob, I'm very familiar with you, and I know you're a retired Chatham County Police Sergeant. And again, I know, you know, your brand of policing was a little bit different. So, you know, vote for who you want. We'll see what happens. So anyway, talk to y'all later. Yeah. Y'all, we're going to calm down. We're all going to calm down. Everybody going, woosah, going, woosah. Savannah, there's places at the table for everybody, even people like Rob, who has all the idea, who has all of the complaints and not a single idea. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. He prepares the table before me in the presence of Rob. He anoints my head with oil, my cup running over. Good night, everybody. God bless.